And now let's define our first tool assemblies library. This time I'm going to do it by going on File and clicking on New here. Instead of tool components, I will now use tool assemblies. I will give a proper name and click OK. You can see that this is completely different application in comparing to the previously when we defined our components. This looks very similar to the part toolkit inside SolidCam, and where you can see here tool storage. Also here we can see a complete structure, and on the left we can define tool components. So similarly to defining a tool component library, we will define this time tool assemblies. So let's do that. I'll just drag and drop the end mill. I can also define here a proper name. I'll define the parameters. As well, I can also play with the cutting conditions. I can also give a proper properties. Additionally, I will also define a holder. So I will drag and drop the holder. As we are in assembly mode, a default SolidCam tool components library is loaded, so we can import them. In this case, we will not do so. Instead, we will click on the holder, click on the topology, change to the Sketch 2D. I'll put diameter 40, height on 16 millimeters, and give a proper name. Please note that there are no connection within this library and toolkit components library that we defined earlier. This behaves completely individual assembly that we define it only on the TLS level. Let's now, for the first time, import previously defined tool components. To do so, click on this icon over here, which it says import from tool components library. And over here, you will be able to list all available TLVs that I have defined under the folder link that is defined inside the tool, SolidCam tool settings. So we can see here e-learning TLV, and I'll open it. You can see the complete structure here, but this time I will take my end mill and do a drag and drop. The very first difference that you can see here, that in the index of this tool component, you can see a link icon. In comparing to the previous one, the main difference is that this component is directly linked to the one that is here. And that's also properly shown at the bottom of this window where it says link it to elearning.tlv. I will also define a holder by drag and drop it over here. And now I can see complete assembly of these two components. Now let's see the power of using this way of defining the structure. I clicked Save button just a few moments ago, and you can now see here that instead of having only e-learning TLV, we also have e-learning TLS file. So I will now just close this one. I don't need to go to the exit. Yes, you can doing an exit, and also you can do a TLV here, but instead I want to show you a different way of opening it. You can do File and Open, but my way of, let's say the fastest way that I like to show is going to the recent files here, where you can see also the most recent files that you have worked on. So I'll click on elearning.tlv, and this time I will just play with these parameters. So for instance, over here, let's change the name to diameter 6. I will also put here 6 millimeters. And instead of 35 on outside holder length, I'll just put here 30. And on e-learning holder, let's, instead of diameter 40, I will use 50, and here's 70. I'll click Save. Let's go back now to the TLS file that we just used in the beginning of this video. Once open, you can see that SolidCam Toolkit detected that this component actually has an update. Nothing has been changed there. Still, the previous tool components, as they were before, are still kept there. You as a user, you're not allowed to change them because it is considered that this is actually the right one that it's used. But if you want, you as a user, have indication that these are different than the one that is actually connected to a library, and having a meaningful message here that component is not updated, and do you want to update it or not? In order to update them, you can do a right click on the component, and you have the following options. You have restore a link, update component, reload component, and delete the link. I'll go through each of these options now. And first, for now, I will just use reload. I will go to update component. I'll just click on update component, and following it's happening. You can see that new properties of this tool has been taken. I can do also right click and update component where the new values has been taken, and I have complete new and updated assembly. Okay, now let's go further. As you can see, when I click on this MBill, outside holder length still is on 35 because this is how I design it in TLS. TLS can have the same components. I can copy and paste here. I can have the same components pulling up from the same library, but I can have a different outside holder length. So within the same components, I can have basically two different assemblies. In order to pull the outside holder length designed in the TLV, you can do right click and choose a reload component. It's very similar to update component with the difference that all connections that you have within the component will be pulled off as well. So I can do right click and reload component, and you can see that now a new data as it is in TLV will be taken. Also, in the case you want to just take this component and you want to play with these values and unlock it for this example, you can do right click on it and use break link. Once the break link is used, a new index icon will be shown in the corner of this icon. Also, the user broke the link message, it's appeared at the bottom. But now you are able to modify anything you want for your assembly. Also, at any moment, you can restore the link. And again, just reload and update the component, which will bring it to the same original one. If you don't like any of these and you would like to be completely disconnected from TLV, you can do right click and delete the link. This will completely disconnect this component without further possibilities to connect to this library again.